Hello, everybody. Let's start with a big deep breath before we get anywhere. Ready? Deep inhale in. And exhale. And then again. Exhale. And one more, as big and deep as you can. Doesn't that feel better? I'm Nicole Freed. Welcome to Zen Balancing. Today is Friday, January 8th, 2021. Thank you so much for being here today. Talk a little bit about the energies we've got going on. I've got my handy dandy little dice here, so I'm going to use these to play with and kind of guide me on where I should direct the conversation, because I could talk forever and I try and keep it short, and so we'll see. So I have these little dice, and they're my Astro dice, and this one has all of the planets on it. There's Venus, the North Node, Mercury, Neptune, the Sun. It's pretty cool. This dice is numbered 1 through 12, so it represents the 12 houses of the zodiac. And this right here has all the zodiac signs on it. So there we got Scorpio and Aquarius, and go figure, our moon is in Scorpio right now. So let's start there, talking about that right now while I give them a shuffle. And the Aquarius being, we have a lot of Aquarius energy out there going on. So the moon being in Scorpio today is kind of asking us to go more deep with our feelings emotionally. It's a water sign, so it is an emotional sign. So hopefully everybody's been managing through the day without too many ups and downs. And yeah, we're going to leave it at that. Okay. So I got the South Node in the 8th house in Gemini. Okay. So that's going to kind of filter how I talk about this stuff with you guys today. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, since we were just talking about that moon. The 8th house is, because it's ruled by Scorpio, it represents transformation, death, rebirth. It's a very community-driven house and sign in the aspect of people like kind of joining together, because it's after Libra season. After the sign of Libra goes Libra, Scorpio, Sag. So in this 8th house, it's other people's money, it's other people's resources, joint income, joint money, joint merging, that kind of thing. The South Node represents our old karma. Old karma, it's known as the tail of the dragon. When I talk to clients about this, we have this nodal axis. It's actually like mathematical points that surround the moon. And your North Node in your personal natal chart, your North Node is kind of what you're striving towards in this lifetime, your dharma, like your goals, your lessons, like what you need to do, what you agreed upon before you came here. Your South Node is like the old karma that you brought in. So while you're kind of trying to let go of the way some of that operates, you're also using that as part of your toolbox this lifetime to fulfill this dharmic purpose. This also brought us to the sign of Gemini. Currently, our collective nodal axis is in, the North Node is in Gemini, and the South Node is in Sagittarius. So collectively right now, and it's for another year, the nodes shift that axis and sign. So it's, one sign and then it's opposite about every 18 months or so. And in that time, so collectively right now, with Gemini being in the North Node and Sagittarius being the South Node, it's really about striving to get as much information as we can, to be really discerning with that information. Gemini isn't discerning, Virgo is. I'll get to that in a second. It's learning, doing what we can. The South Node in Sag is letting go of those old belief systems that we may have been taught and raised on, more religious kind of, personally I was raised Catholic. I don't believe in that religion and follow that anymore. So it's kind of, I've let go of that with my South Node, and now, I'm always striving for information with me. So in this nodal axis that we have going on right now with the Gemini and Sag, we also have Pisces kind of in this other square to the North Node and the South Node. Neptune in Pisces is very dreamy, it's very expansive, it's very mystical. It goes where it wants to go. The Neptune kind of rules the media, so a lot of the stuff that we've been dealing with collectively the last few years, with not really knowing what you can believe, what you can believe, what you can't believe in news and media, you really have to be, again, it's speaking to that Gemini North Node. And now I'm going to get to the Aquarius node. We talked about that and then across from Neptune and Pisces, we have Virgo, which we don't have any planets in Virgo at the moment. However, we do have an asteroid called Vesta in Virgo right now. Yay! Personally, I'm a Virgo ascendant, and my natal Vesta is in Virgo, and my ascendant and Vesta are conjunct, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, Vesta being in Virgo, Vesta is the asteroid that really represents our heart, our burning hearth. It's very Venusian in that it's what we love, but really to that deep inner, like, spiritual core. Vesta, if you want to do your research, you can look up the Vestal Virgins, kind of how they, protected and whatnot. Virgo. So Vesta's in Virgo right now, and Virgo is that analyzer, that it takes all the Gemini information and it filters through it even more and says, there you go. So we have this square going on right now with the nodes, North Node, South Node, Neptune and Pisces, and then they're really not in those spots actually across, but they look like across from where they're at. And then Vesta and Virgo. So we have a lot of mutable energy in the sky right now. This mutable energy, again, I'm going to talk about myself for a minute. I'm a very mutable person. My sun, moon, ascendant, descendant, all mutable signs. So this is something that's comfortable for me. I've really learned how to pull balance from the four and figure it all out. However, especially depending on where your chart flows, this could be feel a little bit chaotic for you, or even if you do have a lot of mutable energy in this chart, it could be amping everything up so much that you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna tell you to breathe. I'm gonna tell you to breathe. And I'm going to tell you to learn as much as you can in whatever way that makes sense for you, in terms of gathering information on how you make decisions in life and how you make decisions for yourself, for your health, for your family, for your family's health. We're in this collective time of the shifting, and it is the big shift. Now to that Aquarius energy, because everyone's so excited with the Jupiter, Saturn, and Aquarius from Capricorn, and everything has its strengths, everything has its weaknesses, everything has its light side, everything has its shadow side. So it's about finding the balance in all those. We did just have Mercury, our planet of communication, move into Aquarius this morning. It was in Capricorn, so thinking, thoughts, the way we talk to other people. Mercury, very cerebral, all the thought processes. So that was in this hardworking earth sign of Capricorn, where now he's like, feels a little bit freer. Mercury, messenger of the gods. If he's in an air sign, Aquarius, the outside of the box thinker, he can have a little bit more fun. He can, is more into, talking with other people, using more words than in the sign of Capricorn. Again, I'm going to talk about this using this Gemini information. That's what I was guided to tell you. While the Aquarian energy I love Aquarian energy. I'm a Sag, air and fire, very cohesive. I'm the type of person that needs that outside the box type of thinking. But Aquarius also, its motto is I know. So what we need to be careful of with the Aquarian energy is thinking that we know everything without really gathering all the information. Aquarius is also a quincunx. A quincunx is an aspect. It's like 5/12 of the pie apart from each other of the 12 in the astrology wheel. So when we have a quincunx, it's a very it's an uncomfortable energy. It's not a comfort that we're super aware of and that's like right in our face. It's more of like that nagging. Other astrologers will refer to it as like kind of, the car in your blind spot when you go to look in the rear view mirror. Like it's like there's something there, you need to be aware of, but you're not paying attention to it. So what the sign that's in quincunx to Aquarius is Virgo. So that is an aspect that Aquarius lacks, is that real analyzing, real let's figure out what's the perfectionistic aspect of it. So it can be with all the ideas, but there you go. You get it. So with this Jupiter Saturn, it's in Jupiter really wanting to go, 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 go. But Saturn's saying, hey, it's something that's very important with the energies we have going on right now is nothing's going to go too big too fast, because Saturn's kind of hanging there saying, hey, wait a minute. Did you do this? Did you do that? Checks and balances. That's what I call Saturn all the time. Checks and balances. Oh, you want this, but did you do this, and this first? That's how he rolls. This is an energy I'm very familiar with. It's in my natal chart. The last time Jupiter and Saturn had a conjunction in air was in 1980. It was 11 days. It was exact 11 days after I was born. So when somebody reads my chart, they tell me that I have a Saturn Jupiter conjunction, and it's a very you want I want it all, but Saturn says wait. So it's very, again, that back and forth. And now with the Mars and Taurus energy, it's really, again, everything's kind of going a little bit slower than what we think, but at the same time, Taurus is the builder, or Taurus is the gardener, Taurus is the grower, Taurus gets things done. It likes things. So with this energy right now, we really have to just keep going through with our habits. That's where Venus also moved into Capricorn today from Sagittarius. Venus had been in Sagittarius, moved into Capricorn today. So we had 2 planets move today. So if you felt a little jostled at all, it makes sense. I know for me personally, it was the Mercury shift this morning was a little. It took a moment for me to adjust. While I appreciate Mercury being in air far more than Earth, aside from Virgo, of course, it's still kind of, it's like, okay, I can do this. But now, so we have Venus move from Sagittarius, that fire, I want more, into Capricorn. This is going to be a good space for Venus to be in right now, to kind of help ground the Aquarian energy that we still have. It's going to play some nice aspects over the coming days with Mars, because Mars and Taurus, Earth, Venus and Capricorn, Earth, cohesive energies. So for the weekend, for people who are coupled up, it should be could be a really nice, lovely, romantic weekend for you. See how it plays out. But yeah, again, the shifts that we have this month, I just keep looking at everything. I'm like, I just need to try to talk every day, and maybe we'll put it all together and it'll make some kind of sense to all of you. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so basically, and with that energy is where we want to be today. We want to be present in this moment And, you know, it urged me to talk about the 8th house, which I'm sure was with the moon being in Scorpio. And also moving forward with our goals, we do have to come together as in partnerships and teams and groups. And it's not just going to be one person is the boss and does everything. It's really going to be more of a group effort for what everybody's trying to build out there right now. So I want that to be really certain. And again, that South Node, we're using that South Node energy to fulfill our purpose. South Node, you know, for my dice roll was saying South Node in Gemini. So it was saying we still want the information, and we're using our past to get that information. I'm just gonna talk about my chart again with my my South Node is an Aquarius. So right now, all this Aquarian energy is something that is familiar to me. I get it, and it's something that I need to go towards my North Node. I need to utilize these, the community, the being with other people, service to others is Aquarian. So that's where we want to kind of keep our brains, is kind of thinking about other people, but at the same time remembering we're each our own individual. We want to shine our own light, our own uniqueness. And I am gonna I did pull, I have this book that I use all the time in life in my client sessions, just for pick a page. It's called Flower Power. It's by Anne McIntyre. And this flower that I pulled is called Centauri. So we're going to do a couple minute meditation in a minute. I want y'all to really focus on the visualization of, kind of really feeling and breathing in this flower. But I'm just going to read just one brief paragraph just to give you an example of kind of its vibe. Centauri helps you develop your will and recognize your own individuality and personality, and to see it as valuable. It turns submissiveness into an ability to relate to others on an equal footing, to say no when necessary, and to use service to others as part of your own transformation. It's also known as the flower of Chiron, which is the wounded / sacred healer. So I thought it was cool with the energies we have going on today that this is the page that I flipped to, because again, it is kind of striving for our own individuation while thinking about others collectively, thinking about, for self, those closest to us. We can expand beyond there eventually, but good things. So if y'all just want to get comfy, we're just going to be a few minutes. I'm just going to let you guys breathe in. I want you to just think of this flower, the Centauri. Beautiful purple petals. Get yourself in a nice, comfy spot. Take a deep breath. In and out. In and out. And as you inhale, I want you to envision these purple Centauri flowers. I want you to smell them. I want you to even, with your tongue, see if you can, see if it has a taste when you try to smell them. And we're just going to relax. Focus on that breath. Envision the purple flowers, the purple Centauri, purple for transformation, for rebirth. Again, that 8th house, the dice really wanted me to focus on that Scorpio house, that transformation, that death, that rebirth. There you go. We're going to let all that stuff kind of shed away, because tomorrow morning around 6:15 the moon's going to move into Sagittarius, that fire sign. But for tonight, we're really honoring that Scorpio magic, and we're going deep. and we're letting all of the things that no longer serve us release. Release from our field, release from our bodies. Beautiful. Just keep smelling those flowers, those beautiful centauri flowers, in and out. If all of a sudden you have some other flowers pop into your scope of vision, cool, go with it. But focus on these purple petals. And while you breathe, I want you to envision your crown chakra opening up. The bright purple light just pouring in, pouring down through your kundalini core, down your chakra system, through all the chakras, down past the root, deep into the center core of the earth, that purple light. In and out. And if you look back up, there you go. I want you to envision those purple petals just falling into your crown. They're filling up your crown. They're filling up your third eye with their soft, gentle love and healing. Opening up your psychic pathways, clearing any energetic misfit energy that decided to kind of hang on and clutch on that really isn't serving you any good. Letting that go. The centauri is just letting that all go for you. While those petals float down your crown, through your skull, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your nose, your throat. Yeah, you feel them in your ears too, those soft, gentle purple petals, filling up those ear space all through your jaw. Yeah, back down the throat, across the top of your shoulders, through your shoulder blades, your upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, fingers. Feel those petals going all through your arm. Let them go back up. Beautiful. Back to the throat, into the heart center. Oh, so expansive. So expansive in that heart center. Just feel those petals, easing those energies, giving you strength and power in your throat and your heart to speak your truth, to express your feelings appropriately. Beautiful. Let it go down, down through your solar plexus, sacral chakra, root chakra. Feel all your digestive organs fill with those petals, your hips, your reproductive organs, down the thighs, through the glutes, yep, those IT bands, hamstrings, quads, through the knees, calves, ankles, feet. Feel those flowers just float on through. Beautiful flowers for healing, for protection, giving you their medicine to help you with all that sensitivity that you've been feeling. If you are extra sensitive, if you are an empath, which I'm sure if you're viewing this channel, you are. I feel it's medicine. There you go. And that purple light kind of glowing with those petals all through your body. Your hands might feel softer and tingly. We want to thank the centauri flower for her magic, for her healing, for her wisdom, for her medicine. Thank her for helping with shielding. We also want to remember with the current transits we have going on right now, I have been advising people while I'm always urging to speak your truth, we are going to want to walk a fine line there and make sure, kind of go back to the Reiki principles, is this true? Is this kind? Is this of benefit to me or the other person? Just to kind of make sure you're keeping your ego out of it and really speaking from a point of information. Again, back to that Gemini, that information. We need so much information. We need to be so discerning. And you can all do it. You can use the medicine of the centauri flower to keep doing it throughout the night. I wish you all a beautiful night's sleep. You should feel a nice fiery burst in the morning with that moon shifting into Sag, especially if you have felt a little more down the last couple days, or more emotional. Digging deep again, we're gonna just put a little magic in there that while we dream tonight, everything that no longer serves our purpose, our higher good, it all dissolves into the night and fades out as the moon shifts into Sag. That it all processes safely, effectively, and gently as it should, so we can fire through the coming days, feeling a little brighter and more refreshed. It's always the goal. Breath in and out. Thank you all so much. Namaste, and I hope to talk to y'all tomorrow.